So game one between King Chris and VEFurizu. VEFurizu on Cloud, King Chris on Shulk as they take it to battlefield. A lot of fast hits coming out from King Chris to start things off. Chris trying to rack up some damage here, switching to smash, but nothing comes out of it. VEFurizu, meanwhile, about halfway on his limit break. And King Chris is going to be determined to not let him get any opportunity to sit back and charge it. Doesn't seem like VEFurizu even wants to really do that right now. And I believe King Chris trying to make use of an auto storage there. VEFurizu has his limit break ready. Gets that down throw. We'll see what he opts for. He's going to have to use it on his recovery. Shot by King Chris to force that limit break already. And VEFurizu not going to be able to recover. He tries to stall his fall out with that cross slash, just going for that first hit and getting closer to the ledge, but he's not going to be able to make it back. And King Chris does an excellent job keeping VEFurizu from making it back to the stage that time. And now he has an opportunity to rack up a nice chunk of extra credit here because King Chris still under 100%. VEFurizu keeping King Chris honest by throwing out that blade beam. King Chris still finding a really big edge right now. And VEFurizu not able to recover again. King Chris doing just enough to keep him away from that ledge. And now he's up 3 stocks to 1. And VEFurizu is struggling big time in this first game. Good climb hazard from VEFurizu, but it's not going to really do much for his chances to get back into this. He's going to need a lot more. That side smash definitely going to help. Nice little combo there. VEFurizu already up to nearly 70% on his last stock, has his limit break available. He's not really going to get anything out of it because King Chris is just at 3% right now. So VEFurizu's options are incredibly limited at the moment. And honestly, that limit break is going to really time out before he gets much out of it. And King Chris will take game one in rather dominant fashion with that 2-stock victory. And VEFurizu looked completely overwhelmed in that first game. And I don't know much about the Cloud versus Shulk matchup, but I do know that Cloud isn't nearly as good in Ultimate as he was in Smash 4, and the opposite is true for Shulk. And also, you got a player at the level of King Chris. It's going to be really tough for VEFurizu to overcome this matchup. We're going to go back to battlefield for game 2. King Chris still sticking with Shulk. And VEFurizu not going to make a change either, so they're going to run it right back to battlefield. King Chris still on Shulk, VEFurizu still on Cloud. Already a really fast-paced start from both these guys. VEFurizu almost has his limit break ready. they're just trading blows back and forth, both over 70%. Great blade beam from VEFurizu as King Chris swaps to smash, and he's not really going to get a chance to use it. That's just going to time out completely. So great stuff from VEFurizu, keeping King Chris at bay, not allowing him to use his Monado art, and making excellent use of that blade beam in the process. But King Chris going to punish that Clem Hazard with a strong side smash. Both down their second stock now, as VEFurizu found a quick answer. And now he's going on a little bit of a run, but he's going to miss with that cross slash. And VEFurizu going to go down to King Chris. It looked like he was going to give him a homie stock. I looked away for a second, so I didn't see exactly what happened, but I imagine VEFurizu had a little SD. Chris hanging on to the second stock, using shield for prolong his life. And give himself a little bit more opportunity to build extra credit. VEFurizu going to whiff again on that cross slash. He continues to build this lead, and VEFurizu looks like he's going to go down 0-2 in the set. Barely clinging to life at the moment. VEFurizu still hanging on, just barely. He does get King Chris down to his final stock. King Chris will finally close that one out. Looked like it was trending that way pretty much from about the middle of the match to that very end, and King Chris up 2-0 now. King Chris on the cusp of getting a sweep over VEFurizu. You're going to go Pokemon Stadium 2 for Game 3. And it looks like VEFurizu is going to stick with Cloud. take that back. He might actually be changing characters. I was looking at this thing wrong. And VEFurizu is going to switch to Toon Link. Interesting choice, but it'll give him some nice zoning tools to try and keep King Chris at bay. And we'll see if he can pull off a reverse sweep. It's going to be extremely difficult. But you never know. VEFurizu might be able to pull it off. King Chris is an extremely formidable opponent, though, so this is definitely going to be really tough to even pick up one win. But a nice start for VEFurizu. Already has King Chris up to 65%. So King Chris caught off guard a little bit at the start here. He swaps his Monado Art to speed to try and navigate around all these tools from VEFurizu. Now just going for those short hop bears, but he's struggling to connect with any of them. Good patience from VEFurizu, delaying his recovery a little bit. But King Chris now keeping up the pressure, doing his damnedest to make it so VEFurizu can't make it back. And look at this constant aggression from King Chris as suddenly he's taken the lead and he is right back into this opening stock. A really great start from VEFurizu, but a great rebound for King Chris in response. King Chris was doing a really good job keeping up the pressure, but VEFurizu now going on a little bit of a run of his own. Nice use of the boomerangs. He has that bomb. He's going to have to chuck it. But he does manage to connect. King Chris now over 120%. VEFurizu not too far behind, though. VEFurizu is looking much, much stronger on Toon Link, at least in this matchup. But King Chris, great forward throw at the ledge, is going to take that first stock, but he's at 121%. So VEFurizu looks for that equalizer, and he's not quite going to find it. King Chris still living here, 140%. He had just enough DI to survive. His shield art is going to run out, though. King Chris, 148% still living here. Chris swapping back to shield to provide a little more survivability. VEFurizu with the patience, waiting for shield to time out, and he is going to get that back throw to even things up at 2 stocks apiece, but he's down about 60% right now, so King Chris got a lot of extra credit there. VEFurizu going to have to chip away at that lead. It's a good start, though. That down throw doesn't help him land the boomerang hit, but it helps him get at least a little bit of damage back in his favor. Chris swapping to smash, but VEFurizu just keeping up the pressure, not allowing him to land any hits. Look at these plays from VEFurizu as he brings us back to dead even. He was down 60% just a little bit ago. And all of a sudden, he's now taking a very slight lead. Oh, great up smash from King Chris off the platform, and VEFurizu back down to his final stock. King Chris with a 2-1 lead. He is over 100%, so for VEFurizu can find an equalizer, but he struggled to find it before. And King Chris has swapped his shield, so this will keep him alive a little longer, and he's going to use the Monado storage. Ooh, King Chris going to miss the ledge with his side B. The backslash only ends up getting him killed, and VEFurizu has a lease on life here. Good up throw from VEFurizu, but he's not able to really combo it into anything just yet. King Chris only at 19%. And starting to take this lead, and he's going to follow VEFurizu off the stage and finish him off with that down air. King Chris completes the sweep. Unfortunate for VEFurizu, as it looked like he was doing a lot better with Toon Link, but it wasn't meant to be. King Chris will move on to winners finals, and he will await the winner of our next match between Explosive Oaks and So Good Pop.